What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Pokestocks, and of course, oh shit, I should probably not shown that. But if you guys know, you know, go ahead and comment down below. I'm not gonna say what it is. If you guys know, you know. If you're a returning viewer, just yeah, go ahead and comment the meme phrase on this channel so far. And let's go ahead and plug the Discord, guys. We have a very interesting thing I want to show you guys. One of our Discord members ended up picking up 12 copies of the Mew from Celebrations. And if you, as I said, if you guys are a returning viewer, if you're a subscriber, you know how much I preach about this Mew. I'm kind of concerned for you guys. You guys might take my advice too far. But okay, besides that point, congratulations, dude. It's hands down such a funny thing. And if you guys want to be part of a growing, funny, informative community, then go ahead and join the Discord, bro. I always gotta plug it in. It's a great thing, and it's this stuff, man. It makes me laugh. We got freaking 8 reactions on this crap. It's crazy. So gold Mew. Okay, yeah, I should not say that. If you guys know, you know. So before we dive into this, I do gotta mention I'm not a financial advisor, so please take this for your own word. And note, guys, that markets and trends do always change. Also, I did get a mean comment, guys, last video. Someone said that I got an A+ in finance, an A+ in business, and an F in English. Guys, is my English that bad? Sad face. I don't know. It might be. All right, now let's get to the video. So today's going to be sort of a mix of everything, being going over underrated products, where the market's moving, August, you know, July, how blah, blah, blah. So it's going to be a great video, so stay tuned. Grab your popcorn, guys. Sit back and relax. So I want to just hop right into this card because I want to get out of the way. I don't want to yoink about it. What the hell? That's okay. Please don't clip that. I don't want to yap about it too much. But I do have some very good news, guys. If you have been investing into this Mew from Celebrations, numbers do not lie. We're currently seeing a 14% pump increase. I really did preach about it. It's hands down been one of those few cards on this channel that it's just like a meme now. It's just something. I was really preaching it, you know, at the $30 mark, and we're now really seeing it go pretty high, guys. You know, we're up $5 from when I was talking about it. And that might not look like a lot of money, but when you really think about it, if you have a few copies of this, you have theoretically, guys, already got yourself a free, quote unquote, you know, maybe 1 point blank X profit. So it's a very good thing, and I still really do believe on this card. I'm actually going to a massive card show, guys, this upcoming week, so I'm looking to pick up as many as I can. And for those of you who are in the Discord and are about to ask me in the comment section, Pokestocks, when are you going to release the card show video you just did this weekend? I will, guys. I've just finished editing that on my phone, so I'm going to go ahead, probably yap about it on TCG Player, what I got, etc. So keep in mind, it will most likely come out this week. Now, yeah, the Mew's great. Let's look at the community portfolio, guys. Right now, we are looking very juicy. I really haven't added any products in, unfortunately. I'm sorry, I just haven't been doing that. So we'll definitely buy some products, guys, for the community portfolio later today. But if we take a quick glance at it, as we can see, we are seeing a massive downfall right now of Pokemon Go. And as a lot of you know, I really am skeptical about this set. Practically, guys, I'm just going to erase all of this because this is already old stuff, old news chat. I really, guys, and I'm saying this, and you know, I know some of you are gonna agree with me, but I really do think that Pokemon Go is a great example, guys, that it can either blast off into space or just stay where it's at right now. And I don't know, man, about this set, Pigo, however you want to say it. Please don't. Is that weird? It's not weird. Pogo. I hope that's not weird. Okay. But yeah, you know, some of us are expecting, you know, it to go really high, and some of us are not. It's a very controversial topic, and I get it. You know, talking about Celebrations, it's a little bit different. But what I really do, guys, find very confidently, that makes no sense, what I do find very strong about the set is the fact that it literally represents Celebrations at a point. If, for example, if we look at the Pokemon Go Center ETB, we could take a quick analysis, look at the 1-year graph. You guys can nearly see that they are almost identical in the way how they're moving right now, where we're seeing, you know, a really good pump. This one's up 219%, this one's up 119%. That's kind of interesting, just 100% off. But, you know, we really haven't seen the massive pump. If we look at the past month, right, it's up, you know, that's like 3 months just to make it more easy for us. You know, we're up 56%. Pokemon Go, guys, are up 24%. So numbers are very similar here. And the only reason, guys, why I'm preaching about Pokemon Go is that it's still affordable. To get a Pokemon Center ETB right now as you speak for $120 is not bad at all. As a lot of you know, you're paying over $200 for mostly Scarlet and Violet Pokemon Center ETBs. You're paying now on average around $200 for Sword and Shield Pokemon Center ETB. So the fact that we still have a special set That's not really, guys, that bad. And before you comment saying Pokestocks, it's actually a really bad set. Let me explain. The fact that we still have a special set, guys, going for, less than, $120, bro. You could probably negotiate and get yourself for, what is it? 115. So it's a very, very, solid pickup. And going back to what I was saying, it's a strong set, guys. It has a Mewtwo, a V-Star version, and a Dragonite. Those are the chase cards of the set, and it's not bad, guys. A Mewtwo and a Dragonite are very protective Pokemon, and I know that long term they'll do very, very well. Now, if we, go more specifically on this, if we look at the Mewtwo, it's currently up 26%. And if you look at the past year, to really look at the broad view and really zoom out, it is currently up 115%. So it's a very, very strong card right now, and I think it's doing very, very well. And I can easily, guys, not easily, I should take that back. It's either going to go up, it's either going to go down. That's the way you should look at the set. It could really blast off, or it could stay the way it is. My personal opinion, I think it's going to blast off. And I don't know if it's going to be August, I don't know if it's going to be September, but I really think we will see a pump. And you guys do have to realize that Pokemon Go will have its 10th anniversary, the video game itself, pretty soon. It came out in 2016, we're getting close to 2026, so that could usually indicate another massive pump. And, it's a very solid set, dude. It really, really is, guys. I mean, we have tins for $26, bro. Come on. I mean, with a Pikachu on it and a Snorlax, guys, I don't know why this set is really the price it is today. I'm being so for real. I thought this set, in just terms of how the market's reacting, would probably be competing with every other set. Maybe a Pokemon Stadium TV would be 200, but the fact it's still under 20 might not be a bad pickup, guys. Not bad, dude. Not bad at all. I really don't have any regrets in buying anything because I definitely did profit, and not mad at all, guys, with this set. Now, I do want to go on Poké Notify because we have some major news, and this was hands down expected. If you guys know how the market works, if you guys know what Pokemon does, if you know its formula, we have the new set. I don't know if it's guaranteed. I believe so because this is Poké Notify. They're usually accurate with their stuff, but we'll call it 99%. Usually true. Featuring Mega Charizard. We get a little clap, guys, right there. We knew this was gonna happen. Guys, that when we hop into a new era, we're gonna get a Mega Pikachu. Did Mega Pikachu ever exist? Guys, listen, I'm predicting we're gonna Mega Umbreon, bro. And when that happens, expect to repeat Prismatic. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I feel like this Mega Charizard, guys, is hands down gonna be a crazy thing. I'm not saying that this Charizard's gonna be crazy. I'm just saying that this set is hands down gonna be absolutely insane. It's gonna be a very cool set. I'm really looking forward to it. I really do think that this Mega Charizard, just following charts, guys, I bet you this is gonna have a massive pump just due to the fact that people are gonna try to scoop it up now so they can, be part when it comes out. This will be worth more. Simple math. A lot of you guys tell me not to drink water. I'm gonna drink water, guys. Just be patient. I don't want to die of dehydration. I really don't know why you guys hate me drinking water. I really don't understand why. It's a meme, I hope. Unless you guys actually want me to die. But yeah, that's happening. Pretty major news. And we also have Costco releasing another thing, bro. Costco just comes back to back. Not too crazy about this. It's an advent calendar. I think we can hold off. If you guys are waiting outside Costco for 8 hours just to pick up this, then you're pretty crazy. You are probably unemployed. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about this. I would honestly hold off. Nothing to go crazy about. I'm most likely going to skip on that. This is just going over the recent news. I do want to bring it over. And then we do have this, guys. It's very important as an investor to not just look at prices, but to look at supply and demand, right? Now, we did have this. Poké Notify did mention, guys, that Mega Evolution sets are high improved compared to the last Scarlet and Violet sets. It is clear that in this new era, demand is remaining at an all-time high. And distributors, to sort of summarize this, so yeah, it looks like, to practically summarize this for you guys, we're going to be getting a lot more volume of Mega Evolution. And here's what I could say right now to clear things off the deck. The fact that this is a base set, it's not usually as strong as the other sets, guys, right? that's pretty clear. Sun and Moon base, Sword and Shield base, Scarlet and Violet base, right? Not as strong as sets like Prismatic Evolutions, as Destined Rivals. Pokemon usually goes kind of crazy with other sets later in the era. That's just how things usually work. For example, for Sun and Moon, we had Team Up, Unified Minds, Cosmic Unbroken, the last sets. Sword and Shield, we had Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, Scarlet and Violet, Prismatic, Destined Rivals. And every set that I said, guys, usually represented towards the end of the era. So this is a good thing. This could usually indicate that hype will sort of die down a bit, I'm hoping, just due to the fact that the base set usually isn't as strong. However, to go ahead and counter myself with that, this is probably going to be the best base set we will ever get. And the reason I'm saying that point, guys, is because we're getting a Mega Venusaur, a Mega Lucario, a Mega Gardevoir. These are known Pokemon. This isn't new Pokemon named Shroom Doom or something like that. That's gonna have a very cool artwork. These are known Pokemon, and it already has a very solid community. So usually, this could take a different toll, and we probably just will keep the hype we're at today. But I'm hoping, guys, that really we can actually get more Mega Evolution. I can't guarantee that it will completely die down, but I'm hoping we can see just a little bit more of a fade as we do in the market. Here's what I can tell you though, just in my personal opinion, I do think that Mega Evolution as an era is going to be very strong. I don't think, guys, I think 2025 is still hands down going to be a crazy month for a crazy year for Pokemon. The fact that we still have the Mega Charizard confirmed usually does just, wave it all the way back up. Like, we're keeping the hype, guys. No need to go crazy. So, keep that in mind. I really don't think, this is a great time to exit the market or a great time to, leave just yet if you're still wanting to make a lot of money. Also, to summarize myself, let's just go ahead and draw this out so it's easier for us to see, guys. If you were to ask me Pokestocks, can you just go ahead and predict the market? Of course, guys, this is predicting the market, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and draw this out. So 2025 and then 2026. Note, guys, that this is where we are right now. This is July. This is not all of 2025. This is July and then all the way up to 2026 in December, then 2027. So this is sort of where we're at as a market right now. I think, we're still very, very high. I think we'll call this like normal. I think we'll call this like baseline normal. When prices are MSRP, you can get booster boxes for $100, etc., etc. I still think we're very, very high, and I do think, guys, when Mega Evolution comes out, we're going to see another massive pump. Just the hype, the community, etc., etc. We might slowly fade off just due to the fact there's going to be a lot of sets. We're going to have Prismatic, Destin, all these sets right now that people are going to be chasing for. So it might slowly come down just a bit. And then, we're getting close to November, so we're getting close to the end of the year. We're going to see another massive surge. I think we're going to see a huge pump right now just due to the Mega Charizard. And then, I think after this, guys, we might slowly see a fade. And depending, what comes after this, we might get like a Mega Pikachu. As I said, I can't guarantee that. Usually just how the market works. And we'll see that, and then boom, 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 and then boom, 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 and then we'll slowly probably fade. And then this is when stuff gets interesting. When evolutions are released and people go crazy over this, guys, I think we're going to see a massive pump again into the market. Just how stuff usually works. It's literally copy and paste, bro. If you really think about it, Evolving Skies, when that set came out, the amount of hype was just insane. And then it slowly faded back to normal. And then when Prismatic Evolutions, boom! Should never do that again. Massive skyrocket. And I think exactly this will happen, like around, when the EVs get their special set again. And then the market's just going to repeat itself. Usually, guys, this does repeat. And I'm sort of predicting that. Here's my thought. If you guys are looking to actually start selling your product or start buying, I really don't think it's a bad opportunity for any of those. However, I do want to keep in mind, guys, that I really don't think it's a bad or not necessary. Let me rephrase that. I don't think it's the best time to go ahead and leave the market for Pokemon right now, because there's still a lot of money to be made. This is more so, guys, I should really rephrase this. I really don't think I drew that out right. This is mostly the market, guys, for the modern sets. If I were to talk about Sword and Shield, etc., etc., it's probably going to see a massive pump. It's due to the fact we're not going to see those sets being printed anymore. But it's more so of the modern, so please keep that, guys, in mind. But yeah, in just terms of everything right now, I think it's a good time just to keep investing, just to keep, doing whatever you want to do. I'll explain more of guys that later in today's video. Now, here's what I'm going to be picking up at the card show, and here's my predictions for the month of August. I think we're going to see another really good month for promo cards, and most importantly, singles. I think August has July has hands down been a very, very strong month for promo cards. We've seen them skyrocket very, very high. And at my recent card show I went to, guys, I ended up picking a lot of promos that I find interesting and the ones that I find the best growth. For example, the Snorlax from the 151 ETB. I do think this is going to be a very, very solid purchase long term, just due to the fact that if you look at the 1 year graph guides, it's up 900%. And what do we know about 151 right now? It's becoming harder and harder to get, and the market's actually picking up really, really high on it. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to 151 right now, but we're starting to see booster bundles hit all-time highs of around $80. We're getting kind of close to that. We're starting to see the 151 UPC hit almost, 400. We're really starting to see the Pokemon Center ETB from 151 on the road to $1,000. I do think that would happen by the end of 2025. But yeah, we're just seeing a lot of stuff right now, guys, going very, very high in the market. And I do think investing into these older modern sets that are very, very special right now in the market is not a bad move. So I'm putting a lot of money into these cards, the Snorlax. I'm not going to be buying the Pokemon Center one just due to the fact that it's out of my budget. I don't have all the money in the world. If you do have that kind of, money, I do think that's a very, very solid way to go, very exclusive, and you'll probably see way more protective growth. Next up, we have stuff like this, guys. I really do say this in all honesty. We're seeing a lot of these cards like this, dude. It's a Galarian Zapdos it's a promo card going for $1. I ended up picking up, guys, this card for $1 at my card show, and I was like, dude, are you for real right now? I think it's a very, very solid way to go, guys. Just picking up stupid stuff like this, because at the end of the day, it's $1, and even if it goes to $5, guys, you truly 5 decks. And if you can buy these in bulk, it's a very strong way to go. And as we know, Sword and Shield and that whole era is becoming very, very old as a market, and we're really starting to see prices pick up. Same thing, Galarian Moltres, another great example of this. It was really, really affordable at one point, 80 cents, going on that same premise of like $1. Then we saw a massive pump right here. It's crazy how we have, it's a literal friend going for $1 and this one's going for 8x. Of course it's Moltres, and I understand that the artwork is a lot better. You could take your own thing on that. We also have the Greninja. All I'm saying, guys, is right now you should be looking to invest in singles and promos. Just know I would really, really try to get the best deal with this stuff. I can only see that promos from these older sets are just going to continue to go higher and higher. And do whatever you believe in. Do whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm going for the older ones like Snorlax, and this is not so much. I don't have it pulled up. I was going to talk about the Eevee, but I guess I don't have it pulled up. The Snorlax, great example, guys, of just exclusivity. Now let's talk about some other things that I'm looking to pick up for this month. Not promos here, you guys, but singles. Trainer galleries, hands down. Put it on, whatever you would say. I really do think, guys, that trainer galleries are going to see, I'm putting my prediction on this, are probably going to see the best growth for the month of August, just due to the fact that people, I think, are still sleeping on these cards. When we still have the most expensive trainer gallery going for less than $100 in 2025, it's mind-boggling. And these are, guys, what I like to call budget alternative arts, quote-unquote Walmart ones, however you want to take it. But they're really not Walmart, bro. Like, they're very, very nice, guys. These are very strong Pokemon, and they have a very nice artwork, and they're still so affordable, bro. The fact that you could go ahead and pick it up Umbreon VMAX, from Brilliant Stars. And look at the artwork, dude. It's very, very solid, guys. This isn't no cheap shit, right? It's currently down 8% this past month, and it looks like it continues to crash. Come on, bro. How can you pass on this? When I'm going to the card show, guys, this, week, I'm going to be picking up as many trainer galleries as I possibly can, because I know that a lot of these cards are probably going to see very, very strong growth this month of August. And, of course, that's my opinion. I think they're at a very all-time low right now, and I think they're going to see another massive scoop up and probably a skyrocket into the moon. Another great example of, guys, this is the Rayquaza. Very, very solid card. Rayquaza, well, this card, bro, regardless of the fact, even if it was not a trainer gallery, just say it was a basic card, it's gonna see growth long term, right? Because people love Rayquaza. And the fact that this is theoretically, guys, this is an alternative artwork, bro, right? It's a trainer gallery. Right now, we're going crazy over trainers. We have Destined Rivals, Journey Together, Team Rocket's Mewtwo. Like, this is literally theoretically, right, this is what's going on in the market right now. That's what people love, and the fact that this stuff is still so cheap is just mind-boggling to me. This one, for example, is seeing a little bit of a pump, currently up 8%. And past 1 year, guys, very, very strong card, up 120. So it's growing, and I think it'll grow very, very high. Now let's talk about some older Sword and Shield sets just to get this off the table. Pokestocks, would you still recommend investing into Sword and Shield? Here's my thought on investing in Sword and Shield right now in the month of August. I really, really do think, guys, that Sword and Shield is going to be a very, very solid investment long term. A lot of us know this. This is nothing we can disagree, right? And here's what I could tell you. Am I still investing into Sword and Shield? No. Why? Why am I not investing in Sword and Shield, guys? Because I already bought it a long time ago. When I first started this channel and I was preaching about buying the Silver Tempest UTBs for $20 at Target, when I was preaching about buying them for off the Target website for $40, that is the time when I started going really, really crazy on Sword and Shield, and I really started to see the Pokemon market pick up because I knew this is exactly what's gonna happen. I knew it. Now, almost 6-7 months later, I've grown a very strong community and now actually have people to talk to. And here's what I can tell you guys. Since that time, prices have only 2x'd. To be 1000% real with you, that's all they have done. ETBs were $40, now they're $80. Booster boxes were, $180, now they're $360. So here's my take. I still think it's a good investment. I think when stuff starts to 3, 4, 5x, like Evolving Skies, right? Evolving Skies right now, guys, is, what is it, bro? Like 30x right now over MSRP. We still have Silver Tempest ETBs, 2xing, 2.5xing. We still have the ETB Skies at market, lowest listing, 2x. I think until we start to see numbers pick up to the 4 to 5 to 6x, I think that's when stuff becomes a little bit excessive and might just be past a good buck to bang ratio. And so, for example, Silver Tempest, guys, I still think is a very solid way to go. I mean, the fact that you can still pick up a booster box for under 400 is not really a bad throw-in. Am I looking to pick up a booster box of Silver Tempest this month? No. As I said, I already did all my investing in the Sword and Shield back then, so I'm looking to pass on this stuff. But I know there are a lot of you guys who are still looking, so hey, listen, I'm not saying it's a bad way to go, right? I mean, I can only tell you that Silver Tempest, by the end of 2025, this booster box will probably be $500-$600. That's just how the market's moving right now. Most likely that will happen. So keep that in mind regarding that fact. If I just had to be more real with you, I always say that word real. A lot of you guys hate when I say that. I'm sorry, chat. But if I had a good way to go, I'd probably pick up more ETBs, probably the Rayquaza, and most likely maybe a booster box. Very, very solid, straightforward investments. Of course, Lugia, guys, is also a very strong card. I forgot to mention that. I'm sorry. We also have sets like Brilliant Stars, and as a lot of you know, this is a set I currently am glazing, and I have been glazing over the past, few months. And I'm still going to be glazing this set because it is really, guys, a great example of, an opportunity that is still here. The fact that we have a Pokemon Center ETB that's currently going down this past month is shocking to me. I mean, I still don't understand why. And a lot of you guys are probably going to say, Pokestocks, you've been talking about this Brilliant Stars Pokemon Center ETB. You said it would be up, blah, 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 blah. Here's what I can tell you guys. I don't know how long, right? That's why you should always do your own research and always trust yourself. Because we're not always 1,000% right. But here's what I can tell you. Eventually, this will pick back up, and eventually this will be a $200, $300, $400 box in the near future. When will that be? That's for you to decide. But I was watching another Pokemon YouTuber yesterday, guys, and he was going over that this set is still so underrated. He said hands down it's probably one of the most underrated sets from Sword and Shield. I'm not going to go ahead and disclose his name because I don't want to, start freaking problems on this channel of gossiping about other YouTubers. But, practically that's what he said. And he said that you can still pick up, the set for a very, very good relative price. And I agreed with him, man. I said, yes, dude, beautifully said. I 100% agree with you. Now, going on with the way you guys might be asking, Pokestocks, are you still going to be investing into Brilliant? Guess what, guys? I already have the booster box. I already have the Pokemon Center ETB. I already have the regular ETB. And guess what? I got that a long time ago, baby. I got that way long ago. So, personally, no. Do I still think it's a good investment right now, guys? Going back to what I was saying, this set is nearly 2.3 to 0.4xing right now. We're not at the 3 and we're not at the 4, we're not at the 5xing, right? So I still think it's a good investment. By the way, if you guys do not understand, what I mean by 2xing is the fact that if a MSRP price is $40 and it's 80, that's 2x. Right now, we have a Brilliant Stars ETB, $91. Just doing my quick math, that's like a 2.2x, right? Over $10 over MSRP. So keep that in mind. I still think that's a very solid way to go right now into Sword and Shield. I do think that the older Sword and Shield sets are a great investment. And to go ahead and just get this off the table, Pokestocks, what about Evolving Skies? I talked about this last video, and here's what I can tell you guys. If you ask me the question, is it a good investment? Let me rephrase that. Is it good to invest into Evolving Skies? I'm gonna hit you with the question right now. Is it a good idea to invest in the best set in Pokemon history? That's how I would like to tell you guys that. So take that for your own word. Do whatever you want with that. Yes, I still think investing into Evolving Skies is a good way to go if you have the funds for it. Of course, it's very expensive now. That, my friends, is a great example of 7 to 8x. For ETBs alone, I mean, booster box right now, oh my god, dude, it's like a 20x. But, you know, listen, if I had to predict, guys, I would highly say that by the end of 2025, and this is something a lot of us can agree on, if you're a new, old, or just investor in general in Pokemon, Sword and Shield will probably see the greatest growth this year ever. And in all honesty, I think we'll slowly see it fade off into 2026, just due to the fact, guys, that we're still going to have, people are going to transition from Sword and Shield into Scarlet and Violet, and people are still going to be investing into Mega Evolution. So, listen, just like every set, guys, right? Great example of having to X, Y, and Sun and Moon. Of course, those sets are still growing, but no one's really talking about them anymore. So I think Sword and Shield will eventually slowly fade out. And that's why, if you guys have been watching my videos every single day, every single one of them, that's why I haven't been talking about Sword and Shield as much anymore. It's just due to the fact that there are a lot more opportunities right now. And I'm not saying Sword and Shield's a bad opportunity. However, I'm trying to transition my content instead of just being one-minded. So that's another big culprit to that. And that's a big reason, guys, why I don't always talk about Sword and Shield all the time, because markets and trends always change. And especially for the month of August, it's going to be a big month, guys. Please keep that in mind. It's going to be a gap month. What I mean by gap month is we're not going to have any set release. So you have to realize that we're going to see a slow dip right now in some cards, some products, and this might be a really good buying opportunity before the hype picks back up. We're going to see Mega Evolution comes out, and then everyone's going to go crazy, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Note that gap of months do, like, really study the market. I wish I could do a whole video on that, like what I talk about and how I actually do this shit, because I bet I can help you guys so much. Now, before we end off the video, let's go ahead and invest in some product for the community portfolio. I haven't touched this in a hot minute, so let's go ahead and pick up a few things. Something I do want to go in and start off with buying is buying some booster boxes. I haven't bought any booster boxes, but I think this would be a great way, guys, to go ahead and see the growth of this stuff. Let's go ahead and buy some Silver Tempest. Of course, this is the community portfolio, so what does that mean, guys? This is something that, you know, the community, what I yap about, we put together. Why do I go into that? Oops. Silver Tempest booster box. We'll go ahead and just buy one. See the growth on that. And we'll go ahead and buy Brilliant Stars. These are the sets I really do like. Lost Origin I really do like as well, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's so expensive, dude. 505. We'll throw that in. We'll see the growth of that. And Astral Radiance. I hate Astral Radiance, bro. I hate this set. Why do I hate this set? Because it's stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I had to let that out. I just don't like it. But yeah, we'll currently look at the boxes, guys. Growth of these last 4 Sword and Shield. Should I invest into Evolving Skies? Fuck it. Let's do it. We'll buy one. We'll buy one, chat. We'll buy one. We'll see the growth of this. We'll really study like the strong sets. Let's add a Future Strike as well. I hate you guys. I don't know why I'm smelling over 5K in this video. Oh well. So yeah, we'll see the growth of, like, you know, the really good Sword and Shield sets. I'm not gonna add all of them, guys. Don't tell me to add any one, because I don't want to do all that. But yeah, we'll see which one really grows the best. And theoretically speaking, I do think this is a very solid lineup. If you have the funds for this, bro, might be a solid way to go. You know, to buy all these booster boxes, but that's gonna cost you a lot of money, my friend. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope all of you did enjoy. We are getting kind of close to the 30-minute mark, so go ahead and drop a like for your boy for doing this. Thank you guys, and join the Discord as well. Appreciate it.